What is up, Surgeaholics, Sooner Nation? Welcome on a Sunday night, 9:30. Yep, it's No Cap Sunday for Jay and I. No cap here on our heads, and also no cap in the discussion. All truth, podcast that tells it like it is, no cap. Okay, you saw the discussion topic kind of for tonight. Before we get into that, though, thanks for joining us. I want to address 918's comment right out the chute here. Ethan Webb decommitted from OSU for baseball. Obviously, the Major League Draft was tonight, and Willits goes number one, a guy from Fort Cobb, number one out of the state of Oklahoma, and yet Holiday going number 4, was it? 2 in the top 5, but hey. And by the way, Hunter Cornejo, the good, the great, the man, the myth, the legend, whatever you want to say, MLB tweeted out a video that he had videoed, gave him credentials, video creds and all that. Pretty big time for Hunter. So congrats to that. But hey, 918, do you think it's because, look, Witherspoon got drafted really pretty high as well, and maybe he's going to go to OU now and be the quarterback and play baseball as well? Could be.
Yeah, I don't know. I know that OU is getting some guys drafted tonight, and that's really cool with Hunter, man. I know I texted him earlier, said his phone was just blowing up, which I'm sure it would be.
Got her up wins the Scottish Open post-game interview, man. Post-game presser. He was emotional.
Yeah, couldn't keep it together, but qualified for the British Open now. So next week he'll be playing the – and by the way, toe-to-toe with Rory today, which was kind of cool.
Yeah, and there's this mantra that people say, it's a great day to be a Sooner. Well, today you can actually say it, and it's true, because Sooners being drafted, Sooners winning Scottish Open PGA Tour. I mean, the list is endless. Yep. So much on Eberhardt last night. That's correct.
Did you surge protect him?
I'm pretty sure I did, Jay. I followed what other people said. I shouldn't have. Should have just went with my gut. That's my bad.
Was your gut. Top pick from Fort Cobb, Willits. Number 1 pick in baseball. And then Holiday went, 3 or 5, didn't he, from OSU, which is kind of crazy. But you know what? There'll be a lot of OU fans out there say, Jeremy, you said this is a great day to be a Sooner. There'll be a lot of people that say, I don't really care about baseball. I don't really care about golf. I only want to talk the laces, football. There'll be people say that. And we are going to talk football tonight. That's for sure. 4. Holiday went 4. Hey, Sooner fan, I don't watch horror flicks. The only horror flick I watch sometimes, no, I'm not even going to say it was kind of, but I don't watch horror shows. They scare me. They really do. I'm kind of a weenie.
Ron, I know you don't care about baseball and golf, and I don't really give a rip. I was just mentioning them because they were Sooners. So,
well, I said that. I said that. Hey, you saw the topic tonight. I do want to talk about. I mean, it's the Mount Rushmore of OU football, and we're going to have a lot of different answers on this. We're going to have a lot of different opinions. I already saw Dalpo's dropped his. AD, Baker, Bradford, Bosworth. I'll say you this.
I have 2 of those 4.
I have 2 of those 4.
I have 2 of those 4.
I have those. Let's see if we have the same ones. I have Bosworth.
I do not.
And I have Baker.
I do.
I have Baker and Bosworth as 2 of my 4. Who are your
2 of my 4 that Dalpo has? I have Baker and AD.
Okay.
I'm going to shock you with my 4, I think.
Are you really?
I'm going to shock you with my 4.
That wouldn't be the first time.
I'll go ahead and tell my 4.
Okay.
And by the way, did you know that, Jay, when they chose Mount Rushmore, the Mount Rushmore of presidents, you had George Washington about celebrating the birth of a nation, right? You had someone that represented the growth of the nation, of the country, perseverance, Abe Lincoln. I mean, and then the development, which was Roosevelt. So there are so many ways, Jay, that you could characterize this. Now I've got 3 of those 4.
You got Selman?
Absolutely.
And you got AD.
One thing about Selman, Jay, Barry Switzer was known to say that it's not always skill guys. Like, everyone wants to give the skill guys all the credit, but he said Leroy Selman was the best player he's ever coached. If Barry Switzer says that, he's got to be on the Mount Rushmore. So here's my 4, Jay. You'll never guess the 4th. Baker, AD, Leroy Selman, and you won't guess the 4th. It's a little tricky.
Let me think about it as the show goes on. Let me go ahead and give you my 4. Baker, Billy Sims, just like Teresa has.
I thought you were going to say Billy Vessels.
Baker, Billy Sims. Gosh, we just talked about it earlier. Bosworth. I'm going with the 4 Bs, and then Bud Wilkinson. Have to have
Okay,
Bud.
well, you kind of went like me, and 918's very close. I have Baker, AD, Leroy Selman, and Barry Switzer.
Well, how would I wait? You just said I would have never guessed Barry.
I thought you were going to guess player. I thought the
He's
topic
the
was
king. He's the king. Why would I not have guessed that?
Because I thought the topic was players only, buddy. I was throwing a wrench in it.
Who said it was players only?
I thought that's what you said.
Wow. Like I would never guess Barry Switzer.
You might not, Jay. The fact that you put Bud over him is ridiculous. But
the fact that you just about crashed out over that's even more ridiculous. Hey, Soonerthron says Billy Sims, Leroy, Boz, Baker, Gray God. What's up, Gray God? Says Baker, AD, Kyler, and Broyles. Interesting.
Well, part of it is you can tell age on people. Now, look, I lived during the 90s and 2000s, and I have Leroy Selman on it. So
you know what I'm going to do tonight?
I'm not going to just put new players in. Broyles that's a stretch.
Hey, you know what I'm going to do tonight after the show? I'm going to add up all the votes, and we're going to do the Sooner Surge fan vote of who the 4 are by popularity of the votes.
Hey, it looks like we do have Hunter on here now. Hunter, we threw some credit your way with the video that's being used. Kudos to you on that.
MLB, man.
MLB, yeah.
The show, baby. MLB, the show. Yeah. Bud W is the mountain. Bud is the mountain. You have to have Bud Wilkinson on there, don't you?
You don't have, Jay. You don't have to. That's why it's a debate.
Yeah. And 918, I did not put Selman on mine, but I totally understand it. Like,
well, I agree with 918. Leroy Selman should not even be debatable. And Greg God, it's not Broyles' hate. I said it's a stretch. And you know what? To have Broyles and not CeeDee Lamb is kind of ridiculous. Honestly,
why? That's not ridiculous.
I said, what's your criteria? I guess, Greg God.
Wait. Why would that be ridiculous?
Because CeeDee Lamb's the better player, Jay.
Broyles performed way better at Oklahoma than Lamb.
Well, he was there longer, yes. I just said, what's your criteria?
Why would that be ridiculous?
Why do you always have to defend people, dude? You're annoying, man.
I'm not defending people.
I'm going to get the stretch to put Ryan Broyles on the OU Mount Rushmore. Do you think it's a stretch? I'm asking you, Jason.
For a stretch, for Broyles, yes, but not compared to Lamb.
Thank you.
I was comparing it to Lamb, Jeremy.
I wouldn't put Lamb near it either, Jay.
I get
We're talking all-time OU football. Lamb and Broyles don't sniff it.
I wouldn't put either of those on there. I would agree with that. But there would be a lot of people that would say that some people would say Boz doesn't need to be on it. There would be some. I mean, you don't think Boz should be on it?
Oh, Well, I didn't put Boz on mine. Correct.
No, that's what I'm saying.
He definitely deserves to be recognized as that. He's just not on mine.
Tell me the reasoning. So AD is because of just his college or NFL?
What he did at OU, Jay.
Okay.
Here's how I did it.
How do you put AD on there and not Billy Sims? Billy won a Heisman at Oklahoma.
Yes. Billy Vessels run too. Why isn't Billy Vessels on there?
Well, that's what I'm saying. How do you put AD on over? Is it eye test of what you watch? That's what I'm asking. So if that's the case, I mean, it's not just players. We're doing coaches too. I mean, we're doing coaches too.
I mean, I had Barry Switzer on mine. So, and again, Leroy Selman, when Barry says he's the best player he's ever coached, I'm putting him on there.
Yeah, I can't argue with what you have, Jeremy. I mean, yours is a pretty good list. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and argue with it. I mean, if you had to do an honorable mention fifth, I mean, we could do that too. But I think sticking with 4 is the way to go.
Honorable mention diminishes awards. It's the worst thing ever.
Jimmy's got Dupree.
I actually, Dupree talent-wise, but mine's not just for talent.
Now, 918 says 80 for Sims for me, and I was able to watch Eddie live and not just on the highs, which is why. And that's fair. I mean, if you watch him, and that's probably with Gregot, he watched Broyles quite a bit and probably has a little bit more positive for him than compared to other guys maybe in past history at wide receiver.
Broyles was phenomenal.
It's tough for me to put a wide receiver on there, period. just because other things. But I mean, I could see doing it too. Roy Williams,
not Mount Rushmore worthy. Not Mount Rushmore worthy.
Yeah, I mean, there's gonna be other ones that come up here. I'm sure that you're gonna be, and me too, thinking, I don't think any chance. But I thought it was Selman. I'm trying to think who I would remove off my list to put Selman on there. I'd have to remove Boz.
You're already changing yours?
No, I'm saying to put Selman on there after you remove some. I don't know who I would remove. I think I like the 4 I got.
I was very close to putting Billy Vessels on mine.
Man, this is true, Dalpos, especially offensive linemen. No love.
Hey, none. Jay, I was close to putting Billy Vessels because I think he's the one that led him to the first national championship, wasn't he? I mean, the first natty was Billy Vessels.
I could see putting Billy on there.
Look at Mez. Selman, Boz, Sims, and John Wayne Mateer. Love it.
John Wayne Mateer. Gotta love it. Yeah, how do you not have Selman?
I don't know how you don't. I don't know a world where you don't have Selman.
How do you not have Boz? In fact, let me ask you this. If you were on the street, a random city in the U.S., and you asked them about OU football, the one name they might know is Brian Bosworth. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong.
So how can you not put him on the Mount Rushmore?
That's not.
He's OU football. You think OU football? You think Boz?
I didn't base my criteria on who's recognized.
I'm not saying he was a great player too, Jeremy.
There's been great presidents since the 4 that are on there too, Jay. This is the way it is.
I agree.
Yep. SEC Media Days this week. OU's 3 representatives are Mason Thomas, RobertSpears-Jennings, and John Wayne Mateer, as Mess calls him.
Yeah. Colin says, can't wait for Oklahoma football to determine my emotional health. Let's hope not. Let's hope we're in great emotional mindset over the next few months.
Now, RBU, Sooner Cowboys goes with Leroy Selman and then 3 RBs.
No quarterback. Interesting.
Correct. Yeah.
All right. Let me say mine again. Baker Mayfield, Brian Bosworth, Billy Sims, Bud Wilkinson. That's my 4. The Bees.
No one from the 2000 team that won a championship.
I haven't seen anybody put a 2000 on it.
I know. I'm just saying.
Have you?
No. I based mine on the best defensive lineman OU's ever had is Leroy Selman. Okay? In my opinion. I think Baker is going to go along from OU football standpoint, one of the best quarterbacks. Okay? Adrian Peterson, best running back, and then best coach of all time is Barry Switzer, in my opinion. That's the criteria I used.
That's fair.
If I had to do 4 coaches, it would be Barry, but yeah, it's simple.
Who would you go? Go. Tell me yours.
Barry Switzer, Bud Wilkinson, Bob Stoops. Man, my 4th one, though, who would you even say?
Lincoln, right? Have to be.
No, I don't think so, Jay.
Who would you put there, Jerm? You going to go Gibbs? Blake?
Possibly.
Schnellenberger?
Gibbs.
Bumgardner? I mean, who you going with?
Gibbs.
You can't put Gibbs over Lincoln Riley, Jerm. Come on. You're insane. That is insane.
What did Lincoln Riley do at OU?
Benny Owen.
Was he here long enough? I guess you could say he was here long enough.
I'm going to say this. I would
Fairbanks.
I would put Lincoln Riley
over.
Hey, Jeremy, Lincoln Riley.
Fairbanks.
He had the most prolific offense in OU history, did he not?
He did for a year or 2, yes.
For a year or 2. He was here longer than 2 years.
To me, I just don't think you could put Lincoln on there.
Because of what? Longevity or because he left?
Chuck Fairbanks.
I mean,
and the way he left OU and stuff, I don't think any Sooner fan would probably have him on the lore of a Mount Rushmore.
Maybe not.
Ron says he didn't pay his final electric bill. Okay, exactly.
Well,
that's why I would never have him on mine.
I know he left OU, but that's regardless. Regardless, as he won at Oklahoma, and that's a fact.
No, I'm not. Jay, I'm not holding a grudge, but let me ask you this, Jay. If a player left OU, okay, and goes to another school, would they be on OU's Mount Rushmore? I'm just asking a question. If a player played at OU for 2 years and then went to another school, another big time program,
different.
I'm asking, would you have him on a Mount Rushmore?
So you can't put Barry Switzer on there then, right? He left to go to the Cowboys.
Wait, he's on your list? 918. I thought. Oh
no,
you're saying on the list of four coaches. Yeah, I'm gonna have Fairbanks over him. What was Fairbanks' winning percentage?
I'd love to know Hunter's top 4 too. I would love to know it, Hunter. If you can drop yours in here.
What was Fairbanks's?
I'd have to have. I don't know.
Look it up. I'll look it up.
Hey, I have an issue. I don't understand why people can't admit that Lincoln Riley won at Oklahoma. Now, you can be ticked and upset. I am that he left Oklahoma, whatever. But the fact that when he left, the same people that just bowed down to him all of a sudden thinks he's no good anymore. Baffles my mind. Boggles my mind.
Okay, you need to get something straight very carefully right now. You were implying that I am holding grudges. You're agreeing with people in the chat. I don't have him on my list of 4. Chuck Fairbanks was 52, 15, and 1.
That's not bad. I'm not saying you. I'm saying a lot of people, OU fans.
Hunter has the exact same as me, except Boz over AD.
I think Boz has to be in there. Has to be. I mean,
yeah, I can't argue with that, Jay.
Listen. Yeah. We can get off this subject.
You don't want to go there tonight, Jay. I have a feeling you just don't want to step there. It's no cap Sunday. It's no cap Sunday here on the Sooner Surge. We're not wearing the hats, and we're speaking the truth because that's what we do. Podcast that tells it like it is. No cap.
Hey, let me ask you this: why do more people want to put Switzer on there over Bud? Bud holds nobody's ever going to break that record that Bud had.
How many championships did Bud?
Longest win streak. Nobody's going to break that.
How many championships did Bud win? That could be part of it.
No, Jeremy, it's personality. Maybe that's it. But
why Baker over Mildren? Probably recency, the same thing.
Recency bias too.
And Gray God. Well, SGA is better than both of them. He's a better Thunder than both of them. So
Jackson. First, do all-time players and coaches together. Give me your 4 Mount Rushmore, and then give me your 4 coaches separately. That's what we're doing.
And I agree with Mez and Joe Russell. Like, I think part of it is just I guess you could say people just weren't around when Bud Wilkinson was there. And I was very hesitant 918 when I built my list. He was the one I put in last. Like, I didn't know if I really wanted to put him in. You know, he comes from Texas Tech. I actually thought about Jamel Holloway. I thought about Jamel Holloway. But stat-wise, he didn't ooh and awe me. And I ended up going with Baker. But you know what? I could easily take Baker out and put Boz in over him. I wouldn't have an issue doing that.
But how could you I don't know. Who would you take off your list? Oh, you take
Baker? Baker.
You take Baker off to put Boz in?
I could do that and not have an issue with it.
Jackson's got Mayfield, AD, Billy Sims, and Selman or Bosworth. That's similar to yours, isn't it, Jerm?
Yes. Similar.
What's up, Tatted Sailor? Good to see you, bro. Good to see you on there, man. Football around the corner. OU is about winning championships, or at least it was. Nobody has Bradford. Now, Jimmy's saying Bradford. Nobody has Bradford. I haven't seen Bradford yet. You know who else I haven't seen? Heupel.
Oh, he's not going to make it. Jay, Thunder OU Sooner. This is a great comment. Great knowledge here. Informative here. Bud Wilkinson was the first college head coach to do a coach's show on TV and first one to work for the White House for John F. Kennedy. There's a little news. You don't get that anywhere else. Sooner Surge has it. Thanks, Thunder OU Sooner.
Hey, and by the way, we're going double trivia tonight. Sunday night, double trivia, no cap. We're going double trivia. First one's right now. Okay.
Bring it.
First trivia of the night. How much did it cost to carve Mount Rushmore? We're talking about Mount Rushmore of OU football, but how much did it cost to carve out Mount Rushmore, Jerm? Do you know?
Yeah, a whole lot of money. More than probably about as much as it would cost to extend David Stone, or a lot more than that.
I think you're pretty close, actually.
I know I am.
Do you know the answer? It's
I
not
would-
2 million.
I'm guessing like 1.3, but I don't know.
$1 million is correct, Sooner fan. You get it, buddy. That is correct. $1 million. Equivalent, this time they say, if you did it now, it'd be $17 million. Something like that. So good job.
$989,992, Colin says.
Hey, stay tuned later on into football trivia that you're going to want to stick around for. Some great trivia question later on that may have to Google it up. It's going to be a good one. Any other thoughts on this Mount Rushmore? I think this is a fun topic. You could argue this. It's just like a lot of other topics you can argue. Everybody has different opinions. Some are right. Some you can't really argue against anything unless
The
somebody
only one I've seen that I
right.
couldn't just – I've seen a lot where I would say, yeah, I could do this and I could do this. And the one I just can't get behind is Ryan Broyles. I can't get that out of my head. Ryan Broyles on the Mount Rushmore.
Get you out of my head. You know that song?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of these others I've said, yeah, I could slide them in there. But Ryan Broyles, who was an amazing, amazing receiver at OU.
Yeah.
I don't even think he could get near that.
Yeah. Hey, Sooner fan, OU Media Days, they're last to go on Wednesday. Brent Venables, I believe, is the last one on Wednesday. Wednesday is when they go. Third day. So, yeah. Paired with Alabama. I'm trying to remember. I said this last night. They're paired with Alabama, I think Florida, and Mississippi State. I think he follows Jeff Levy. Hey, OU does have something good going in their favor with Brent Venables. Big time. You want me to read this to you from a tweet
Go ahead,
today?
Jay. Let's hear it.
Let me read this. Let me read this to you from a tweet. I think you know this guy, don't you, Jeremy? You know Barrett Sally, right?
I've heard the name, Jay.
Yeah, Barrett Sally. SEC coaches ranked by who would win a fight. Number one on the list, Mr. Brent Venables, baby.
What?
Yeah.
Does it go down to 16?
Correct.
Okay, it's 16 Eli Drinkwitz.
16 is Eli Drinkwitz.
He had to be. He had to be.
All right, give me number 2.
Let me. No one in the chat put it because I've not seen this. I like Vanderbilt's coach.
He's number 2, actually. Clark Lee. Who's number 3? You won't guess 3. You won't guess 3. I was surprised by 3.
Is Shane Beamer that high?
No, they got Beamer down at 6. It's
Really?
Kirby's actually 4.
Is Napier?
Napier's 5.
Heupel's got to be 15.
Heupel's 15.
Heupel's 15.
Number 3 is Steve Sarkisian.
Hey, is Levy 14?
No, Levy's all the way up at 7.
What?
Hey, 14 you won't guess. I thought he should be higher. Got 14.
Who did you say 3 was?
Steve Sarkisian.
Wow.
Yeah, Brian Kelly's 14.
Oh, that makes sense.
13, Sam Pittman. 12, Mike Elko.
Sam Pittman, that's like elderly.
11,
abusive.
Hugh Freeze. 10, Lane Kiffin. 9, Mark Stoops. 8, Kalen DeBoer. So Brent Venables is.
I would have had DeBoer a little higher. But listen, Jay, then Eli Drinkwitz has no business stepping into OU and winning this game next year.
Hey, KB, this is the list of SEC coaches ranked by who would win a fight. Brent Venables topping that list, baby.
Wait, did I miss something? Did someone say Nate Hibble won bigger games than Baker Mayfield?
No, nobody said that, did they?
Lunathron said to say Nate Hibble won bigger games. Who said that?
I don't know. Don't know. Don't care.
I like Nate Hibble, but not bigger than. Man,
that's a pretty fun list, though, isn't it?
That's a fun list by Barrett Sally.
Yeah, I thought so. I bet if I was going to SEC Media Days, if we had media passes, wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be great if we could go down there?
That'd be great.
I would use this list and I would ask some of these coaches. I would ask them off that.
Can you tell I've been working out, Jay?
No, I can tell your shirt's smaller.
It's actually not.
Yeah, usually when you say you're working out, you button the shirt all the way. Wait, is that button all the way to the top? It looks like it is. Correct.
Usually I
Yeah,
don't.
button to the
Hey,
top.
water.
And you find the shirts with the small sleeves. So
I'm on the health kick, man. I'm getting after it, man. Getting ready. I'm doing the Schmitty workouts, bruh.
what is your health kick you're on?
I'm running 1 to 2 miles every single day, drinking a lot of water, doing some body weight stuff.
Body weight, huh?
Yep.
There you go, man. Good for you.
Getting after it, Jay.
Getting after it.
Getting ready for the season.
Chiefs ask. I think Chiefs talking about Baker. He
Well,
won a Rose Bowl, Big 12, beat Texas. Baker beat Texas, did he not?
he's talking about Nate Hibble.
I know.
Hey, you can't compare the Rose Bowl against Washington State to the Rose Bowl against Georgia. How about Georgia?
Who are you trying to talk like?
He also went into Ohio State, the horseshoe, and planted a flag, ladies and gentlemen.
That he did. He also did the old crotch grab against KU. Hibble beat White. Hey, Chester.
Look, I love Nate Hibble. I think he was one of the toughest dudes because that dude would sit in the pocket and just get lit up. He had no movement at all. He would get lit.
Let's open the phone lines. And I haven't seen Chester drop his Mount Rushmore. I'd love to see what Chester thought on his Mount Rushmore. Let's open those phone lines. Yeah, there it is.
Why are you showing comments like that?
What comment did I show, Jern?
Baker sucks.
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to. If I did,
Baker was a walk-on and won the Heisman. Yeah. Look, anyway. Yeah, let's move on. Phone lines are open. Hey, check out the Fan Stop, thefanstop.com. Today's July 13th. You got 1 week to sign up for the Shirt of the Month Club and use code SURGE to get 10% off. Sign up by July 20th, and you will then guarantee yourself you'll get a welcome shirt a few days later after you sign up, and then you'll get the August Shirt of the Month Club. So sign up today. New designs each and every month. Chester, we're talking Mount Rushmore of OU football. Mine is Leroy Selman, Adrian Peterson, Baker Mayfield, and Barry Switzer.
All right, I just dropped the link for us in there. There it is. If you'd like to call in, if not, that's fine too. We'll just keep talking. Most beloved senior of all time, not the best. Yeah, I mean, I would agree a lot, especially recently. I mean, I don't know if you saw today, he was on the golf course, shotgun and a beer, and Twitter was going wild. That's what they do with Baker Mayfield, man.
Yeah, 918, I agree. Kurt Warner had a story. If he wins a Super Bowl, I think we're going to see it.
Chester, I had Bud Wilkinson on mine. You can include coaches, yes. You can include coaches.
I almost had Billy Vessels. And I probably should have put Boz, but
well, it's the same with me. Probably should have put Selman, but got to take somebody off my list. Don't really want to do that. So I think we got Platone on the line. Platone, you're on the line. What's going on, man?
Hey guys, what's up?
How are you?
I'm good. I'm a little worried about our recruiting, guys. I know this is beating a dead horse, and we talked about this already, but look, I don't have a problem losing guys to Texas, Ohio State, Georgia. That doesn't bother me at all. I could care less. I expect us to lose guys to them. We're losing guys to Baylor. We're losing guys to mid-tier program. Like, it's not like, I know we're down right now, but we're still better than those programs are. I haven't seen Baylor's not winning anything right now, are they? Do they have a lot more money than we do? I don't think so. I mean, I don't get it. I mean, I don't understand why it's like taking such a downturn.
Well, hey, I would say Nate Eberhart, Jacob Eberhart, with the Illinois and the dad's legacy. And look, he also had Alabama on his list. So it's not that one I think is kind of a unique situation. But I agree. It's not looking great right now. A lot of people are saying Nagy's just not getting it done. I don't think that's it at all. They ripped Platone. They really need to get cruel and gross.
Normally I think it was money related, but I know something about Baylor. I went to school there in addition to OU. I know their situation. They are not throwing out more money than Oklahoma is. I can guarantee that. I know it's so. That's what I don't get it. I mean, yeah, if we're not going to outbid Ohio State. I expect, like I said, I'm not mad about losing guys to them. That's fine. I would expect that. Until we get better, we're not going to be able to go head to head against those elite programs. But I mean, we're losing to programs that don't have any history like we do. They're not as good as we are. I know we had a downgrade last year, but it's not like the programs we're losing to are all winning 10, 11 games a year. That's not happening. So I don't know. It's not a money thing. I don't know what it is, but
do you think it has to do with having a bad year last year in the first year in the SEC?
I'm sure that contributes to it. I mean, I'm sure that's a big part of it. It's just like I said, it's all about expectations, right? I mean,
yeah.
Do I expect us to have a top 5 or top 10 class? No, that's fine. I don't have to be that high, but we should be able to be in the top 20. I think. I mean, is that too much to ask? I don't think that's too much to ask.
No, and they're going to have to close really good to do that. And I think that's probably kind of what you're saying with the time frame right now is June and July is kind of where they usually start to kind of get on a roll. And you're still seeing some of these losses. And that's probably the concerning thing. But with recruiting, we could be sitting there in 3 weeks. You land Cruel, you land Grossi, and maybe you flip a guy, and they could be right back up there in the top 20, which I think they need to get to. They need to get to. But I'm with you. It is a little bit – I think it's a little concerning, Platone.
Hopefully, we sneak some guys in there and pick back up. And what's interesting is that, like, Venables is a good recruiter, right? This isn't – I mean, he was elite
he's been
at
good
recruiting.
at it, yeah.
This is the only year he's had that's been, I would say, subpar on recruiting. All the other years he was great at it. So hopefully it's just a blip on the radar. Again, it's not losing recruits to the top 5 elite programs. I expect that, but it's who we're losing them to. That's the thing that bothers me. But
yeah,
anyway,
I can see that. Hey, thanks, Platone. Appreciate it, man.
Jay, look at 918's comment. By the way, Moneyball is one of the greatest movies there is. 918, if you can find the link to that article, would you drop it in the chat here so other viewers can click that? Because I would be interested in reading it as well. Appreciate it if you can find it. If not, maybe Hunter can find it. But read an article today that compared what Nagy is doing to what Billy Beane did with the whole Moneyball thing. Not a far off comparison to me. Here's my only question. That's why I want to read the article. How do we know what Nagy has done so far? In regards to the money.
I think they're saying in the recruiting aspect of it.
How do we know what he's been saying and doing? I'm asking.
What do you mean? You're kind of you've heard
just comparing Jim Nagy to Billy Beane. I'm asking, and I need to read the article
based off his thoughts on this podcast.
Billy Beane said, "Okay, we're trading Giambi. You're playing Hatterberg at first base." So is there some of that kind of stuff? I guess you don't understand what I'm saying. Maybe you haven't seen the movie, Jay.
Joe says great article as well, so he's read it. Max says teams are probably telling players that BV is not going to be here. Well, but that's every year with every team. I mean, there's people saying that to Alabama about DeBoer. I mean, it just
negative recruiting always happens.
That's always out there. So, yeah, OU has a lot more money than the A's. It's not like OU's the A's of college football. That's the difference. The A's don't spend money, never have.
Correct.
Small market.
Joe says Nagy even compared it to Moneyball.
So there you go.
Yeah, I'm asking for myself what the comparison is, and the fact that obviously we know what Jim Nagy's goal is. He's wanting to not overpay. Good job. I love it. He's wanting to find diamonds in the rough. Love it. All those things I love.
Yeah, and we did talk about this last night, and I mean, this guy's been through a lot. Lost his brother and his dad in high school, chose to go to Illinois because of his late father that played there. So I think that's kind of a one-off situation. That's more the reason why he chose Illinois. Now, the Baylor stuff, I thought Dave Aranda would be better than he's been. He hasn't been
Great start,
but he hasn't performed that well, and he was on the hot seat. I think he still probably is this year. I think he needs to have a good year. He got it going at the back half of the season last year, but do you remember that when OU wanted Dave Aranda?
Oh, yeah.
A lot of OU fans wanted Dave Aranda.
Absolutely did, Jay. He's not panning out, but I don't know that. I know you expect him to have a breakout season this year.
I expect him to have a good year this year. I do. Yeah.
Hey, Aaron, when you say aggressive on recruiting, I guess you could say, I would like for you to say, expound on that. Joe Russell says, get the best bang for your buck. That's Moneyball. Yeah. Now, here's the question. If Jim Nagy is Brad Pitt, Billy Bean, who's the other guy? The guy who came in, what's the guy who plays that character?
Are you talking about the guy from
Yeah, you know who.
currently here, Jonas?
Yeah, who's that guy? Who's that guy for OU? That would
What's
be the
his name?
question.
What's his name? Jonas?
That would be the question.
It's not Nick. What's his name? That's going to bother me now. And that's not the trivia question either. Jonah Hill. Thank you. Jonah Hill. I don't know who that'd be, Germ. I'm not in the OU offices. But we do know they do have a team there. 7, 8 people, is it, that are helping evaluate talent and everything. So, hey, regardless, we got to see where this recruiting class ends up. Yeah, they've lost out some kids recently. They are still in on Cruel, Groshi. They just got to close strong. And they've done that before under Brent Venables. Let's not forget, they flipped guys late. They've closed late on guys. So there's still time to do that. So, hey, we got Sooner-Thron on the line. What's up, Sooner-Thron? How are you, man?
Good. Talking about recruiting, I just looked it up and how much it's just not as big a deal as it once was. The 23 class, that was a really good class. It was like 6th in the country. 23 class. That's the guys that are juniors. I think I counted right. About 25 signed. 15 are not on the team anymore. 15 of those guys.
Yeah, and are they not on the team because they weren't playing at OU and they transferred to smaller schools, or?
Well, no, yeah, I mean most of them are. No, not Caden Green. He did everything he wanted and he just left.
So were they guys that OU missed on and they weren't any good?
Well, they didn't help us.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's where Nagy should help, I think.
I mean, that's a lot. That is a lot of your junior class. 15. But see, then I go and look. You look at the portal. We've signed 12, 15 in the last 2 portals. So that's why I think recruiting is not as, and again, we'll find out, and we can't base it on 1 year. After 2 years, we'll see with Nagy. I don't really think the model is as much as it once was, because the fact that 15 guys left that were, most of them were, 3 or quite a few 4-star guys that were really highly recruited by a lot of teams. None of them hardly did anything for us, and are not with the team. But we added new guys, in the portal and whatnot. I just don't think. Yeah, it's great to be that top recruiting, and again, that was a great class. But it doesn't really matter if 15 of those guys aren't even on the team anymore.
So are you saying, Sooner-Thron, let me make sure. So are you saying that basically you think the star system and where you rank in recruiting is not as important as it used to be because you can find guys? Is that right?
Because of the portal, yes. Because of the portal, you can find guys that have proven they can actually do it at a college level. Some guys never figure it out. They may have been great players in high school, but maybe they didn't have to work real hard. Maybe they don't really have the desire. Maybe they just wanted to get college paid for, and they don't really care. Or they just never get to that next level. But you see guys at other teams, they know what it takes to be a good player in college. And so I think that, and the fact that that's the case of some of the guys we've gotten that helped us. I mean, we got the best running back and the best quarterback. And, and so I just don't think recruiting quite as big a deal as it once was.
Well, I'll agree. I'll agree with that a little bit. And one thing you think about, Sooner-Thron, is go back to, let's just say 2000, 2005. You look at an OU's recruiting class, and the biggest worry from fans, and this is really across the nation, your biggest concern as fans were, man, I hope these guys pan out.
Right.
Now, that's not the concern. The concern now is, back then, no one was leaving. No one was, the transfer portal wasn't a thing. So once you got them, you were stuck with them if they didn't pan out. Now we got to get guys in there, and they've got to produce, or they'll go elsewhere.
Yeah. Or you have to force them to go elsewhere.
Yeah.
And because you're just not, they've not ever bought in. And then you get into like the fact of how much money you're having to pay guys to stay at your program that are really good. and you don't want to lose them because the guy you get from another team in portal, maybe he was pretty good, but he may come to your team and never figure it out.
And Sooner Thrawn, on that note, and I think this is good. Listen, I think that's one reason, and it's just my opinion. I think that's a reason we're going to see schools like Baylor. Platone mentioned mid-tier schools. Some of those schools are going to get guys out of high school, big-time recruits, beat Bama for them, beat LSU for them, beat Oklahoma for them, beat Ohio State for them, because those schools like Ohio State, Oklahoma, Alabama, Tech, all these bigger schools, they're going to pay to retain players. Right. I agree with that. And those mid-tier schools are going to scoop up because they'll promise those high school kids a little more money.
Yeah, and you've seen it recently with Texas Tech and Syracuse, and Syracuse hasn't signed a 5-star in like 25 years. So, but these kids are getting these early, and like I even mentioned this last week or something. Some of these kids may be taking these high deals to then start bargaining with some of the bigger programs. Then they maybe not get quite as much to go to Alabama, but they might get $700,000 that million Syracuse, and Bama sells them on all the other perks. Okay, I'll do the 7 and I'll go to Bama. I think you might see that a little bit as well.
Hey, great stuff, Sooner Thrawn. Good stuff, man. Hey, good to hear from you. Thanks for the call. Hey, he brings up great points. And the other thing is this with Jim Nagy, Jerm. I think one place where Jim Nagy really comes in to help out is Brent Venables and any head coach in football. They have a little bit of a tie to players where like they're kind of emotionally with the relationships and everything. It's tough to sit there and do the roster management. You got to go, you can stay. I need to cut you. That's why you also need a guy like Jim Nagy, because he can sit there and be that roster management guy that, okay, we're going to cut these guys this next year off the portal and go get these other guys. They're not producing. And you have somebody that the coach isn't having to deal with that. That is an awful lot on a coach, to be honest. And I think it would, if I was a coach, there's no way I'd want any part of it. And that's why I think more schools are going to go to this kind of model where you have this front office.
I agree. And before we get to Chester real quick, 918 says, I love the portal, but we're going to have to find a better feeder school in Kennesaw State. Yes, I agree. However, you look at Kendall Daniels, Marvin Jones Jr., John Mateer. You had Satania from Arkansas. They did get their share. Derek Simmons, I think they got their share this year out of the portal. We'll see. Produce has to happen.
What's up, Chester?
Production. How y'all?
Yeah. Good, man. How you doing?
Are y'all talking about recruiting again?
A little bit.
That's what we were just talking about just a second ago. Yeah.
I got 2 questions about it. A, doesn't recruiting class sign in February, or is that changed to December now?
I thought it was still February.
Okay. So that means transfer portal opens up before then, yes?
Well, although they're talking about changing the portal to where there's only one portal, Jay.
They haven't done that. They haven't done that yet.
They have not done it yet.
No, they have
not.
But
is that going to be January?
If they change it to 1,
yeah.
If they change it to 1, I've heard that that's what they would like to lean towards. But that's different coaches have said that. I don't think they've confirmed. But like Sooner Thrawn says, the early signing period. Most guys do the early signing in December so they can get enrolled and go start, early enrollee. So
yeah, that's true. We've been bad about that for years. What is our scholar limit, or does that even matter anymore? Scholarship limits? Do you know?
Well, Hunter can probably drop it in there, but I thought the new thing with the roster limits, isn't it 105? Or am I mistaken?
How many can we sign this year is what I'm getting at.
On this year's team? Now Hunter might have it in the chat here, because I know at one time, but they've gotten rid of some guys in the portal. So right now they're at 15, 85 Scully, 105 total. Hunter, what would that need OU to get to for the class to equal that? Maybe Hunter will drop it in there for us.
And Jay, you are right. Most guys do sign in December, and then there's the February. That's the signing period. Early signing, you're right. On that.
Well, what I'm getting at is we only got like 15 at the moment, I think.
Yes.
So if we're allotted with, let's say, 28, well, we still got a long way to go. And I just think they're just gonna try to get recruits they want. If they don't get them, they're just gonna pick up people in the portal when that happens.
Agreed.
And what people are forgetting is portal is a part of the recruiting rankings now.
It is.
It is,
Yeah.
but do they have an overall ranking that combines high school and merges?
I
The
think
one?
On3 was working on that. I don't know.
That's what they
or
need to
Care.
have.
I think they do, Chester. I think
But
you're right.
but the other thing is, if we're still at least 10 players away from even having a full class, I don't know why everybody's panicking about where we're ranked at. Because
Well, it's based off guys that are out there that have committed elsewhere. I think some of the big guys.
what they're worrying about is we're only getting 3 stars as usual. But
Well, it's about equal.
We got a lot of 4 stars
right now. It's about equal. I think 7 4 stars and 8 3 stars, if I remember right.
Yeah. Well, I think that's what they're worrying about. But everybody was saying USC's got the number 1 class. They already signed 31 players. That means they can't get no more, right?
Yeah, they're probably done, but also I'm not sure how much they've promised people and they're not going to be able to come through.
Well,
some of those
they
guys
haven't signed anybody. They haven't signed anybody. That's just committed.
Over the last 5 years, I've just learned to just wait on recruiting and quit worrying about it during the season because it changes. They change every year. They change in December. They change in February. Just quit worrying about it so much.
That might be
worry about what we do this year.
That might be the best thing that's been said tonight. I think you're dead on. Why worry about it? You got a couple months.
I see a lot of people are wanting Mateer here for 2 years. I disagree. I only want him 1 year because if he's here for 2 years, then I think that means we have a bad season.
It could, or it could mean they made the playoff and they're going to give him more money.
Yeah, it could be that. It could be that. I guess if players rather have their
but I agree
little
with you.
bit of money to play college rather than their bigger money to play pro. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta go.
Thanks, Jay. Let's get to KB. KB on the line. What's up, KB?
What's going on, fellas?
Hey, man, doing all right?
I'm doing good. I should have reached out to you earlier, Jeremy. I'd have bought you lunch when I was in Tulsa Saturday.
Hey, we'll try and catch up sometime.
Oh yeah, I'll be back. My in-laws live out there, so
okay.
I'll be out there sometime. Hey, let me ask y'all. I've heard they've already started turning away some of these scholarships that don't meet the NIL.
Yes.
What happens if they do turn that down? Are those kids still stuck with that school, or how does that even work? If they can't get paid what they were promised?
Are you talking about a current guy on a roster?
No, I'm talking about the recruits coming into the 26 class.
Here's what I think. I think they'll figure out a way to pay him another way, or do it the right way. For example, like I think an example that was given by the clearinghouse was a guy goes to an event and signs autographs, and it's promoted as, come to this collective deal. This guy will be here signing autographs. In other words, they're trying to get money for the collective. That is not a valid purpose. But if they had they said an event, a golf event or something, I think they would just figure out a way to pay the kid some other way. That's personally, I don't know.
You may be right because, like I said, I know nothing about it because they're keeping it tight-lipped. But the Texas One Fund merged with the other funds to make a marketing strategy to do this without that applying. And I bet that's what they're fixing to try to.
Oh, they're going to be all sorts of ways people figure it out.
I just got thinking, if they turn it down, then what keeps that kid from reopening his recruiting even after, you know what I'm saying?
The envelope full of cash. The envelope,
you could always
says, envelope full of cash.
What if it gets, they don't have it figured out by the time the class has to sign? There's going to be all kinds of, there's no way that you do this in a timely fashion with all the kids that are in the portal or that are being recruited,
I don't know how you could do it in a timely fashion. I don't know how you could know where every deal is being done at. I just don't see how you could do it.
Because a kid starts playing for you that was promised, let's just take Ojo, 5.1. I know supposedly he was done before, but what if they turned it down and said, no, man, you can't do that? Is he still stuck just playing for him for what he was promised that he's not going to get?
Yeah,
I think time will tell.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Nobody ever said anything about that, and I was just wondering how that worked.
Yeah, and I think a lot of schools will just, if it's an NIL deal, and it gets denied or a certain amount of it gets denied, you just supplement it with the revenue sharing.
Yep.
You have a certain amount of that you can spend.
You'd have to, But like you said, a lot of these classes, a lot of these schools, they're going to make sure the current roster is taken care of first. So a lot of these schools that are in that position, like Texas, Oklahoma, Ohio State, they may not have the money yet to Well, I guess it started over July 1st, though, didn't it?
July
Yeah.
1st. Yes.
Okay.
And Mez says that the House settlement's now calling out the clearinghouse for blocking the NIL, which is a direct defiance of the House settlement. Clearinghouse will fail miserably. And Platone said also they're evaluating money, like if it's a reasonable amount for autographs. Man, there's
Right.
so much. There is so much to talk about on that end. It
It's
blows my
crazy.
mind.
It is. Yeah. The number one thing, y'all are right. I mean, they're just going to find a way to circumvent it because
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
because they're putting down there, well, you can't do it like this. And they're going, okay, well, then we'll do it like this. And they'll just figure
Exactly.
something out so they can't do anything, I guess.
Exactly. There'll be a way that they'll get their money. If he's
Yeah,
a big time recruit and it gets denied, he'll find a way to get the money. I mean,
Yeah, because you were kind of asking me about this the other day, Jason, in the forum, and
yeah.
that's what Texas is doing. They're kind of sitting right now because they're like trying to figure out what direction this is going to go. You know, are we going to offer these deals and have to redo a bunch of them? Let's just kind of see how this starts washing out. Is what kind of their
and I think Texas and OU and some of these schools are on the same thought pattern, and it's this: we got to hold a certain amount of money back. You got to retain the players you got next year.
Oh, there's no doubt.
And that's a lot of money for some of these big time programs that have guys coming back. I mean, I think about OU specifically, R. Mason Thomas, some of those guys. It's like you got to pay to keep those guys. So,
the Colin Simmons of the world's got to get paid.
Yeah,
you know what?
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. All right, guys, y'all have a good night.
Thanks, KB.
Hey, thanks, man.
Good night,
Jay,
man. Appreciate the call.
Jay, great topic tonight. Dow Post loved it. Good job coming up with the topic. He wants to do one by position group. That may be something to kind of look at. And I think maybe, Jay, when we start breaking down position group for OU, we also do a Mount Rushmore that night of that position group.
Yeah, you could do that. I mean Mount Rushmore for the history of OU football.
Correct. Yeah. At that position group.
Let me ask my last trivia question here.
Okay.
The weird thing about this trivia question, if you've been following the chat, this name has been mentioned tonight, but we're 48 days away from Oklahoma football. I'm thinking of a particular player who wore number 48, played the NFL. I'm not going to give you a position; it gives it away. But the name's been mentioned tonight. You don't know
Autograph signing is the most common sports-related NIL deal at any level. Pro NFL players hold autograph signing events all over the world. NFL coaches, yeah, that's true. It is. Is it Jimmy Harris, Jason?
You know what? That's not the one I'm thinking of, so I don't think it is. I have not seen the answer yet. I could tell you who this guy played for in the NFL, and that might give it away. Played for the Green Bay Packers.
Old school guy.
No.
Really not.
Not old school.
Not Nate Hibble.
Nate Hibble wore number 8, not 48.
Yeah.
Number 48 for Oklahoma. We're 48 days away from Oklahoma football.
Aaron Ripkowski. There it is.
A-Rip, baby. Sooner history. Got it. Aaron Ripkowski. Down post. You were right behind, man.
Damon Parker, Jimmy, did play for the Packers. Hey, guys.
Did not wear 48, though.
Wore 33, I believe. Hey, great night tonight talking Mount Rushmore of OU football. Hey, hit the like before you leave. It helps our channel. We really appreciate you joining us. Thanks for the callers tonight. Thanks to everyone in the chat. Check out the Fan Stop at thefanstop.com and sign up for the Shirt of the Month Club using code SURGE. Guarantee you to get that August Shirt of the Month Club. That'll be the next one. Thanks for watching. SEC Media Days are Wednesday for OU. It all starts this week. Football's right around the corner. Hit the like, and we will see you tomorrow. Have a marvelous Monday, Sooner Nation.